Band-Aid gang. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing, man? It's a sad day in America. Salute to everybody. We got a wonderful live here tonight, y'all. The C-Dub, Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying, and I said damn. With the real angel, we got Diamond Gang in the building. Salute everybody. It's a sad day in America, ain't it, gang? It's been a lot hitting us all back to back. We got 3 in the building. Welcome. Please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. So you know we like to bring you guys some exclusive lives. It's pretty much sad what's going on with our president, so-called president. What's up, Peanut Butter Face? How you doing, gang? Salute to Diamond Gang. Peanut Butter and them, they doing very well over there on the Great Spills, the T, man. Y'all got to check them out. What's up, my boss? We got 6 in the building. So, gang, look, I'm so ashamed to see these people let this president slide with what he did last night. At 11 at night, gang, this man took President Obama and his wife and put her in the monkeys. Now, we about to get to that, and we about to watch this and do some commentary because we got you in the trap once again. That's what we do over here. Double tap my screen. Now, we also got an exclusive that we going to take y'all down the road. We going to take you down the road and show you some real exclusive stuff on Time Forward. Y'all remember when our Jay-Z had a song, Time Forward? And you see what Jay-Z in, right? I said, damn. Double tap my screen. Let's go, Band-Aid gang.
Late last night, President Trump reposted an election conspiracy video that included this racist image. As you can see,
you see this? Do you see this? Do you see this? Now, what's crazy about it, gang? He didn't put up Bill Clinton in no suits. Bill Clinton wasn't finna go testify on him. This is a damn shame, gang. What have this world came to? This right here shows a lack of responsibility. Not only a lack of responsibility, but it also shows a sign of carelessness. This right here could have caused a racial war. Donald Trump don't care nothing about that. This could have caused the streets to go crazy, but I'm glad my people are more mature than that. That don't hurt us. We've been through years of slavery. That shit don't hurt us. But the fact that he did this. Hey, Ms. Kane, the fact that this president did this. What if the streets went crazy and we had another riot in the streets? He didn't care about that. But let's listen to how they try to cap it off, gang. Let's go, Band-Aid gang. Double tap that screen.
The faces of former President Barack Obama, the former First Lady Michelle Obama, are put onto. Moments ago, the president deleted this post with this image. A senior White House official tells CNN a White House staffer erroneously made the post. It has been taken down. Now, that was after Republican Senator Tim Scott, the only Black Republican senator, responded to the video on social media.
The only Black Republican senator, and he had to respond to it. And this man had to respond to it for them to take it down. Let's go, gang.
Yeah, writing, quote, praying it was fake because it's the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House. The president should remove it. Now, it does seem like the president or somebody in the White House listened because, as we said moments ago, it was deleted from the president's handle.
No, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy, Trump. Keep that same energy. Keep on showing us. Keep on showing us the real you, gang. Keep on creating that energy, right? See, this man is creating that type of energy. That's what's going to get the most high to get him up out of there. Trust me. Let him, gang. Let me read one of my comments. That's what he wants. He wants Black people attention, as we've been saying in the White House. I said, damn. And you're absolutely right. Dark Crypto say this man done lost his mind. The Joker is upset. We was the house this weekend. Gang, hey, it's so much to cover. This is a great live. Now watch this, Band-Aid gang. Let's continue to do the commentary on this. Double tap my screen, hit the like button if you're on my vertical side.
Handle on his social media platform. Now, it's worth noting, Senator Scott is usually a very close and is a close Trump ally. He also leads the Senate Republican campaign arm, which means his job is to get GOP senators elected and reelected this.
Someone in the chat said, do I believe that he posted it? Absolutely. It's on his channel. 11 o'clock at night. Ain't nobody in charge of your phone. He not handicapped, gang. This man is not handicapped. He put it on his Twitter at 11 o'clock at night. You got your phone. Stop playing with us. And you're right, Peanut. Yes. Yes, we believe that he put it out there. We believe that he put it out there. Just like we believe that he was close friends with Jeffrey Epstein, allegedly, and had something to do with them kids. But see, we're going to show y'all today. Stop playing with us. Double tap that screen.
November. I'm joined by a terrific group of reporters here. Elena, I want to go to you first because you've been doing reporting on this, and just give some context about the time of day, this time of night this was. The White House is now, and this is just developing like in the last few minutes, the White House is now saying, just to underscore that was your reporting, that it was a staffer who did this. This was part of a
staffer. So y'all could just, I just feel like I could do whatever I want to. You think you could just do whatever you want to, Trump, right? You think you could do whatever you want to, right? Why would a man, think about this, gang, or why would his people even attempt to do it if it came from his party? Why would his parties even attempt to do that in the situation that he is in right now, considering the Epstein files? I'll wait. Who could be that stupid? Who could be that stupid, Diamond Gang, in the situation that Donald Trump is in right now, to even have somebody in his party to post that? It's 11 o'clock at night, gang. That man old as hell. Y'all know he laying around somewhere in the bed on his phone. Stop playing with us. Let's continue.
Series of posts and reposts from this president last night. And I just want to know from you, is this something that a staffer does at 11:30 or midnight on a typical day, or is it usually the president himself?
Yeah, it's hard to buy, to be honest, because 11:44 p.m. is when this was initially reposted by the president in a series of other posts.
You hear that? 11:44. This is almost 12 o'clock. He is in possession of his phone. Stop playing.
Dana, typically, very few people actually have access to the president's Truth Social account. A lot of the times, they'll write him statements, and then they'll bring them, to example, to Dan Scavino, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, and he's the one who will then go on and post it. So just so you know how it typically works with these truths. So that seems kind of far-fetched. The other thing I would remind you is that we did see a statement from Caroline Levitt.
Let me put that up. So this is before somebody at the White House took that down after Tim Scott put out the statement that he did. This is Caroline Levitt. This is from an internet meme video depicting President Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats as characters from The Lion King. Please stop.
Well, if that's the character, gang, if he was the character from The Lion King, why he ain't up in the picture, gang? Why he ain't in the picture? It's just President Obama and Michelle Obama in a monkey suit, gang. In a monkey suit. Now check it out. If this was a sign of being the king of the jungle, why your ass ain't in the picture? Why and you looking like a goddamn a lion? Huh? Stop playing with us. And I'm gonna tell you something, East B. I will get you up out of here. Be respectful in my chat. We will tighten you up. Now, is you cool to come over here and express your opinions respectfully? But don't come over here playing in my chat, gang. This is no laughing matter. Let's go, Band-Aid gang.
Right, and let's be clear too, right? There's no way in the world in the Lion King there was apes. There were no apes in the Lion King.
Exactly.
What are you talking about? Like, to me, it's like this lady will make excuses out of anything to save face for this man. Like, when they say that the women of the Republicans, the women, they will say excuses after excuses for the men's actions. She one of them. She's the apologist. That's all she does. Make up stuff to make it sound good, and she still made herself look like a fool.
Like her made herself look like a fool. So now we're not gonna tarry on that too long, gang. We ain't gonna tarry on that diamond too long. We seen the shenanigans. We seen the monkey suit. So let's go ahead and let's put another graph up to put it more in for East B can understand. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Double tap that screen. Hit that like button, y'all. Let's get them likes up. Now check this out, gang. Check this out. Oh yeah. See, it don't take me that long to do you all type of ways, gang. I ain't gonna play with you, gang. I'm gonna just keep it all the way real. What this man did was very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. Not only to the African American culture, but also to the country. So all you people that keep coming up in here in my live or coming up on YouTube with your pom-poms on, oh, I'll just let Trump stick his on my shoulders and all of that type of stuff. You guys look like damn fools. Do you know what we look like as a country to other countries? Do you know how stupid we look with this going on? Having a president being labeled allegedly as a pedophile, gang. You know they talking about that in other countries. Needing women to be brought to him. Did I mention that? And oh, it's clear that he's a racist, Diamond. It is clear that he is a racist. You want me to tell you why? Here's why.
Not to bring black girls around Donald Trump. Epstein says Trump will be there, doesn't like black girls, and then they say a bunch of racist things and a lot more racist things here as well. And here's what's here's what's said in the email. January 22nd, 2013. Here are the messages from a person to Epstein.
So here's the messages from the person to Epstein. Now listen, gang. Epstein gonna sit up and say that, gang? Donald Trump gonna be there. Donald Trump don't like like black women, gang. Clearly. And you know what was sad about it? Epstein don't like him either. Because in the sentence when he's explaining this, Epstein used the N-word. Called them iggers. Did I mention that? Oh, I must have left that part out. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. I said, damn. Now listen, gang. We gonna listen clear. There's no way around it. Stop trying to actually hold dude up for his actions. You look stupid. You look stupid.
Let's take a look over here. This is an email from Epstein regarding Trump, telling an unnamed person not to bring black girls around Donald Trump. Epstein says Trump will be there, doesn't like black girls, and then they say,
how you feel? How y'all feel about that? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? That's a damn shame. And it's coming out of Epstein's mouth. These are Epstein files. This ain't our files. This ain't our files. These are Epstein files, gang. The same man, guess what? The same man that admitted in 2010 that he was locked up and that he actually pleaded to what, gang? Pleaded to what? Trafficking women. We didn't make him say it. He said it came out of his own mouth. So listen, gang, out of his own mouth. It ain't come out my mouth. Came out his mouth.
A bunch of racist things and a lot more racist things here as well. And here's what's here's what's said in the email. January 22nd, 2013. Here are the messages from a person to Epstein. When we come up next month, I'm thinking about bringing redacted and redacted with us. They're up for anything. You'll love them. To which Epstein says, not a good idea. And then the person.
So that's passionate. If Epstein is saying not a good idea, gang, why? Trump is there. Trump don't like black women. But this is the man running our country, though. This the man running the country, though. A pure racist. If you racist, you ain't supposed to show it. But you see what these people look like behind the scenes? Let's continue, gang.
Person says why. And then Epstein says Trump will be there. Doesn't like black girls. And then he calls them, I don't want to say the name, won't go within 10 feet.
So you got to answer for that. Call them the N-word. Bro, these are not our files. These are Epstein files, gang. Remember, we're reading the Epstein files. The man that was sent to burn them up anyway, gang. To burn them up anyway, gang. Did I mention that? Oh, I must have left that part out. Double tap my screen, gang. Band-Aid, gang. See, we ain't got to live like this. This country ain't got to live like this. Man, we are in bad shape as a country. We are in bad shape as a country. Let's continue.
And the person SP says N4. So they are clearly going to a party together where Donald Trump is going to be there and talking about which girls they intend to bring there.
The world may feel like it's metaphorically on fire right now, but we also have to make sure
it's not about who's in the Epstein files, gang. Remind you that. It's not about who's in the Epstein files. It's the certain individuals that are in the Epstein files, right? Committing sexual acts on children. You understand me? That's what we're looking at. It could be all type of people in the Epstein files, I'm sure. But you know what they trying to get away with it from us on this gang? Yeah, they try to blot them out so we can't see them. Do you know some of those are children, gang? Some of those are children. What if it was your child? What if it was your child? Y'all got to put y'all, what if that was your child? This president is caught, and that's just what it is. And now the whole world is knocking his drawers off. Now his drawers is laying in the street. And now everybody, that's still my president. I'm bringing out the evidence. So now, gang, we're going to do you all type of ways. So we have done a little bit of research, right? Well, done a little bit of research. How about this? Let's just look how much of a weirdo. I got some more exclusive stuff on these Epstein files. Y'all get in here. Now, these are a whole bunch of files that we got out of the Epstein files, Band-Aid gang. Double tap my screen. Let's see let's just go through this real quick, Diamond gang, Band-Aid gang. Let's go. I told you, everything, look at this, gang.
See the starboard propeller slipping on the keyway. You know, it could be the shaft is shot, or it could just be the key, but most likely it's done damage to the shaft. You should not be able to spin this independently of the shaft like this.
Just weird. Just some damn weirdos with money. Weirdos with money that live underground, allegedly. But I'm going to show y'all something. We're going to slide through this real quick so we can just see the weirdness in these people.
Bummer, are you full?
No, you're in the video.
Exactly, Mr. Good. I see you.
Smoke, I told you, smoke this. Is it? The smoke.
Boy, do we got a banger tonight, everybody. Please hit that like button if you haven't hit the like button. I'm going to show you something that you guys really need to see. Thank you, Peanut Butter. No cursing in the chat. We're going to get to the nitty gritty. Here go. Diamond Gang, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Now, me and Diamond Gang did some digging for everybody. For everybody's here. For this video, you can go back. I will drop this video. It's a pretty long video. I'll drop it in the descriptions of this video so you guys can go look at this video for yourself. This just came out. It's in the Epstein files. It got a lot of weird stuff in this video. So let me tell you something, gang. For those that don't know, I do drive 18-wheelers. I usually travel to 40, Interstate 40. So something told me and Diamond. I said, Diamond, me and Diamond spoke this morning. I said, you know what? I looked up Epstein Ranch, me, Diamond Gang, and Angel. Me and Angel went down the rabbit hole last night. And boy, did we come up with something. I said, damn. So Band-Aid Gang, we want to show you guys something. Take a trip with us. And me and Diamond Gang broke this code. Did we break the code? I said, damn. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Y'all double tap that screen. So I want y'all to check this out. Angel, you want to navigate this shift? So, everybody, we want you to check this out right quick. I said, damn. Oh, y'all didn't think we did it like that, huh? Oh, y'all didn't think we did. Oh, no, y'all didn't think we did it like that. Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, yeah, we get down. So, we're going to show you something, gang. Right here that we want you guys to see. Can we move that? So, we're going to roll down right here on the screen. We're going to roll down the road. We're going to come all the way down. Now, this is Epstein's ranch, right? Right here where you see this right here. The Zorro Ranch, right here. Okay, now when you zoom in, now we're going to back down. We're going to hit a street leg. Now, when you keep going, there's going to be a town right here, gang. We're going to zoom in on this town. Let's go to town. In order to get to this Epstein Ranch, right? Diamond Gang, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You have to go through this town. Now, this town here is like a fortress. It got some bunkers.
Sorry, guys.
So you would have to go down this road here. We're about to go down this road. Now, when you look at this town, look where you see where it says Zorro Ranch Road, everybody. Double tap that screen. Zorro Ranch Road. So now we're going to go zoom back out. And that's this little town right here. Everybody see it? You see that, Diamond?
Yeah, I see it.
So as we go up the road, this road right here where you see this arrow, as we going, Now we're going to Epstein. Now we're going to zoom down right here. Now we're going to zoom down. Now it's going to be a bunch of woods in this area, right, everybody? You see this, Diamond Gang? The terrain changes, everybody. The terrain changes. The terrain starts to change. So as you go up, Epstein house is right here. Bingo. This is the ranch. This was the ranch, right, Diamond Gang?
That is correct.
That is the ranch.
And when you click on this, is the address. You want to click on it?
And we're going to click on that, and what does it say, Band-Aid Gang? Epstein's Ranch. Epstein's Ranch. So, we just did a little bit of research. So, click out here. When we go up here, I want to show you a flat. This is what you call flats. We're going to zoom out. I know everybody sees down here at the bottom, it's up high, it's elevated, right, Diamond Gang? You can see it's elevated. It's up on a mountain. Zoom out. Y'all see the terrain? It's up high. So this is telling you there's a flat right here in this whole mountain. You see this whole mountain, y'all? You see them lines, right? Them funny 3 lines right here in that mountain? Diamond Gang?
Yeah, it looks like wrinkly skin.
Y'all see those 3 lines in that mountain right there, gang? There's something inside of this mountain. And not only that, let's zoom out some more. Look to your left. Go up. Look what you see right there, Band-Aid Gang. In that mountain. Guess, tell them who owns that, Diamond Gang.
Tom Ford.
Tom Ford. I said damn. So Tom Ford and Epstein has a mountain. And you can go inside of this mountain, I'm sure. Now, what was our discussion, Diamond Gang, about this property that we did our research on, gang?
Well, both of them have sold their properties. So, Tom Ford sold his properties. I mean,
Tom Ford sold his property around the same time that Epstein sold his property.
Yeah. Well, his estate sold the property.
Y'all see these 3 lines in that mountain? Go ahead, Diamond.
And it's just weird to me on how close their acres were to each other. And nobody's ever mentioned Tom Ford. So let's look at the facts. They both had large quantities of land. They both sold their land. Why do you think they would sell? If you own 20,000 acres, that's wealth in today's world. You own land. So why would you get rid of it?
Exactly. Now, who owns this land, Diamond? Let's go ahead and let's get back into it. Who bought it? What happened? What happened with the land? Diamond Gang? Man, she should have did that shit all the time.
Word ABUSE, state court docs filed by the victim's lawyer. Okay, and then in the first bullet point, this is what I mean, okay? Now, I know Daily Mail, at least we can say kudos to Daily Mail because they were the only publication out there that I personally saw, and you guys can go out there and you can go peruse the web for this, because I definitely tried in every single corner and crevice of it. But it was in this first bullet point where it mentioned a message taken from Jeffy's Palm Beach mansion in 2005 reveals calls from Sarah Ferguson, the judge of New York, and visits from Tom Ford. In a specific citation of this, in the article, it mentions the message pad was first obtained by the police during their search for Epstein's Palm Beach mansion in October of 2005, short after they were tipped off. Fast forward, a message from Glenn in August of that year, so that's August 2005, reveals that Jeffy and his age-appropriate companion were hosting Tom Ford in Palm Beach. Now, I want to read this out for you. There are some words that are kind of illegible, but I think you guys are going to get the gist of it. It says, she let Larry, who used to be Jeffy's pilot, go. The only flight to PB, which stands for Palm Beach, leaves at 3:15. Not heard from Tom Ford. If you call at illegible, I can't read that, she will pick up TF, which is Tom Ford, alone in the helicopter. If you want to choose, please call GM, which is Glenn, you know what, back, right? So there you have it. Okay, it's corroborated by media who had access to these trove of documents. So this, to me, is what just spun me down the rabbit hole. What do you mean, Tom Ford? How is this not on the, you know, at least online publications of every fashion media house?
Right. How?
Is it because they wanted to shield? Is it because they are also implicated in it?
Absolutely.
This is revolutionary that Tom Ford was all in this as well.
Absolutely.
Listen, from this, you know, I can't indict Tom Ford's character.
It gets better.
Besides, I'm sure
What was that?
context clues that I want in. And that is New Mexico. You guys remember?
Here we go.
He had Zorro Ranch, and
here we go.
There are a lot of horrific testimonies coming out of that. Evidence was released on that, photos, things like this. Well, it was to my surprise, as I learned this yesterday, that Tom Ford owned a ranch right next door to Jeffy.
What?
I was mind blown because of, you know, just a particular.
Double tap my screen. Oh, Tom Ford thought he was just gonna slide? You thought you was gonna slide too? Nobody brought you this but me. Go. Now they gonna just go follow what he done did. We just showed you. You see how that mountain look, gang? Y'all see how that mountain look? And allegedly, when you go look up that ranch, it's totally gone. Totally gone. Now here's the thing, gang. When it got hot for Epstein, Tom Ford bailed out. There are tunnels that are connecting in that mountain. And allegedly, I'm sure there's some children that's unalive under that property. And that's alleged.
Right. So look, I just did my little research on the Zorro Ranch, right?
Okay.
In 2021, you remember I said a private buyer bought the ranch, right? And
Now
it's supposed
listen,
to be
y'all, she said a private buyer bought the
weird
ranch. A private
LLC
buyer.
in a weird LLC in Arizona. So it turns out in 2021, Lexi Wexner firm bought the property of Zorro Ranch. Lex Wexner is directly implicated with Epstein. So that explains why he bought it and not somebody else. And he bought it for around, I think, 20-something million.
Yep.
So his firm.
So we're going to look at that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you. Watch this, gang. I'm typing it in right now. Diamond Gang, you there? Okay, but gang, Band-Aid Gang. Mic check. Y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Exactly. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Thank you, nurse. Go ahead, Diamond. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
I was saying Lex Wexner, which we've been hearing a lot about lately. His firm bought Epstein's ranch. It's all implicated together. Lex Wexner is implicated in the files. He's implicated with the current president. He's implicated with Epstein. So to hide what's on that ranch, he purchased it. That's the only thing I can think of.
And that's why this you could get on a helicopter and fly in. Who just does that, gang? Who does that? To get in that area. To get in that area back there, I am sure you already see the little village you got to go through. When you zoom in on that, gang, that's like a bunker. That's like a fortress. How the hell, if anybody with that type of caliber be able to move, put a house out there, why they ain't being watched? If I put a house out there, man, they have helicopters and every goddamn thing wondering what's going on with me. I said, damn. Make it make sense, gang. We know what's going on. We've been seeing what's going on. And I didn't say it. He said it himself. He said it himself. He said it himself. Look, gang, he said it himself. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. I can't explain it no better. So I let him explain it to you. That's what I'll do. I let him explain it to you. What he did. I didn't do it. He did it. Y'all get in here, hit that like button. Let's go. I didn't do it. He did it.
Victims were not underage when you engaged in sex with them?
Form argumentative speculation and assumes facts not in evidence, as well as mischaracterizes the witness's testimony.
I pled guilty to solicitation of prostitution.
What did he say? What did he say, gang? What did he say? I pled guilty to solicitation of prostitution, gang. I didn't say it. He said it. That's what he was locked up for. And all of these guys and all of this weird, crazy shit that we see that this man was doing with these children. All the children are missing, gang. All of these children. Ask yourself this question. Where's the children? All those children, those little children that we showed you the other day that was sitting on that shelf like food with COVID masks on. How you gonna explain why you got a row of children, 3 rows of children stacked up with COVID masks on? When they hit his house, gang, When they hit his house, Taco, where the kids was? Why they ain't asking where them little kids at? Isn't it quite suspicious that they go get the kids with no social security number, nothing to keep record of, and all of a sudden, these children are gone?
Not to mention, remember I told you Ashley Furniture and Wayfair were the ways that they were trafficking these victims.
That's crazy. And they put it, the best way to hide something from someone is do what? Put it in plain sight. Put it in plain sight and hide it. But see, they got caught. He said it himself, gang. This man went to prison. See, y'all forgetting that. For sex trafficking, gang. With multiple pictures of who? Donald Trump. Donald Trump has what? Beauty pageants dealing with women. They breed these little children, allegedly, from little kids up. Then they put them in the pageants and they sell them off. That's the game they playing. Basically, he a pimp. He was a pimp. And all them little nerdy dudes like Trump, nerdy dudes, was buying these women. Some of the women, allegedly, they were having sex with. Some of the children, as you listen to Sasha Riley's story, they were torturing. They had other type of fetishes, gang. All of these people had different type of fetishes. What type of person sit up and show the side of his mouth on the camera and buck the shit? Man, these people eat people, gang. For anybody that had their fetishes, they let them have their way with certain children and certain women. That's what it was. They were a cult, and they were in a club of people that humiliated themselves to keep silence. You had to do something, a humiliation ritual. Illuminati type of shit. Now here's your Illuminati. Everybody was wondering where Illuminati was. There you go. That's part of your Illuminati right there. What you hear Jay-Z say, remember the song Jay-Z had, Diamond Gang? Tom Ford. Tom Ford. Ain't it funny? And he in the Epstein files too. I said, damn. There was a guy that went to the Epstein Island. Went to the Epstein mansion, the one in New Mexico. I went down the rabbit hole. You know, when you go on Google, it got some people that leave comments in the comment section. One of the men said, Diamond Gang, oh, I've been there before. I filmed a movie there. I'm like, damn, I was in a movie there. Great place. Movie there. Looked it like a weirdo. The other guy, his picture was on lock. He looked like a weirdo too. His picture, you couldn't go into his Google. He had it on lock. All you got to do, hit your Google Earth. Do your own research, Band-Aid Gang. Type in his ranch. It's going to be off the 40 outside of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And go in there. Go into town, hit on the buildings, and it's going to be people that leave comments that say they've been there. And look at the type of people that you are going to see. That's how you go down the rabbit hole. That's what we do over here, gang.
Right. And on the Zorro Ranch, it was 8,000 acres. And Tom Ford's ranch was 20,000 acres plus. So Tom Ford had way more land than Epstein had. But it gives a pause on the fact that he had a movie theater a movie set on his property, and ain't no telling what else. It just sounds like they both had so much land that they can dispose of a body and nobody will ever know.
And now it's all caught up. How do you explain? And this ain't going to be a long live. I'm not going to tarry and talk your ear off. I just wanted to give you information. I got more shows to rock, gang. I'm going to drop this information off right here for everybody. I'm going to constantly update. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Because it's information that pop every day. every day on these dudes. We're like, again, we don't have to get on here. We're not trying to get on here and slander nobody. We let people come over here and be able to express their opinion, long as you respectful in my chat, gang. But our country,
we're still learning every day. We're still learning new things about, especially about, what's going on. Every day we're learning something new. So this is information for the public. It's for everybody.
That's why the live that we brought you the other day, when we was telling you about the rabbit hole, it's real. These children were getting transported through tunnels. Through tunnels. And it's crazy because at the same time, nobody believed Allie Carter. Nobody believed Allie Carter. They did the MK Ultra. They took control of these children's brains. Mind control. These kids were lab rats, gang. Are you realizing these children were basically lab rats, bro? A man running around a house with little kids, gang, that is not his kids, that are not counted for. All these missing kids that come up missing. Now we know, years and years after, where they possibly could have been. Especially the children that come up missing in California.
Right.
It's really close to New Mexico.
Right, and I'm trying to figure out, when are they going to dig up these ranches? When are they going to start digging up these golf courses? When
That
are
was
they
my
going to
next
start
question.
doing their job and actually finding the bodies of these missing victims?
And you know what the sad thing about it is, Band-Aid Gang? The sad thing about this, you guys, bro said damn right, absolutely. The sad thing about this, gang, is, will we ever, when y'all look at the videos that we see on these Epstein files, right? I'm going to go through some more stuff so we can check it out. Some more weirdo shit that they got. So, we just heard Epstein say what he did. He pled guilty. It's right here on the screen. I pled guilty to solicitation of prostitution. So, remind you, gang, let's be for real. That was his job. That was his job, right, Band-Aid Gang? Diamond Gang? That was his job. That's what he just got locked up for. His job. So he was a pimp. He didn't get locked up for doing people taxes. He got locked up for prostitution, bro. For selling women.
And to be honest, that's one of that's one of the lighter charges. He should have got way worse charges than that.
And and that is as simple as we can explain it. Everybody that's, they trying to stick up a Donald Trump or whatever the case may be, all of these crooked ass politicians. I wouldn't be surprised the way Cash Patel is fighting for him, that his ass is in it too. Y'all know about them Patels? Y'all know about that last name Patel, if you know anything.
Right, and Elon Musk just got caught up in the Epstein files as well, and his brother. Apparently, Epstein was basically bringing women for Elon's brother.
Exactly. Thank you, Lily Hill. We're not over here giving you no false information. At this point, what we need to be overstanding, gang, is that we're at the point to where, right now, more files are coming up. We're going to stay on top of it. But at the end of the day, bro, we have missing children. We got children, Diamond, that they're showing us right in our face. Now, here's the DOJ. They give us the Epstein files. Think about it, gang. They gave us the Epstein files. They put black over these little kids that's bouncing around. Will we ever get to see who those little children were? Will we ever get to see what they're blanking out really is? Ask yourself that question. What they blanking out, it was right there in their face and they still gave it up. They just blacked it out. And they playing in our face right now. Right now. They playing in our face. So let's go ahead and continue to watch this exclusive weirdo shit on these people. Makes no sense. Anything you want to add, Diamond Gang?
I think everybody needs to go and Google search Lex Wexner. We need to figure out why he bought that ranch, and we need to do a little more digging when it comes to finding out why they are not doing their job in the FBI. It just seems like to me they know more, and they're either it's an ongoing investigation or they are trying to pin some big time person. It's got to be something, because for them not to have already digged up these ranches and digged up these golf courses and followed the money, it's clearly someone's compromised or it's a bigger fish.
I believe that. I absolutely believe that. So we're going to go ahead and go through this weird ass files. Let's go ahead. We're going to breathe some of this and look at these weirdos. Double tap that screen. Please subscribe to the channel. Like this picture here, Diamond. You want me to stop this? Let me say this to you, Band-Aid Gang. Just think of this image like, who the hell is that? Is that a kid? If it is a kid, they know it's a kid, but they had to put it out and they blanked it. Do you see the reverse game, the mind game that they playing on the people, though, Diamond Gang?
Yeah. And they're also getting in trouble right now because they did not redact all the victims out of the files. There's so many files that they actually did not redact some of the victims' names and showed some of their faces.
Wow. Look at that. That was like a child's arm, bro. Look. Look, I'll try to pause it in a motion where we can see this. That looks like a child. Hold on. That looks like a child. And they got a watch on. Remember we talked about the watches. He used watches to track the kids. All of them had watches. That's a child, gang. Look. That's a child, gang. Absolutely, John. Disgusting.
Diamond, you there?
Okay, gotcha.
This is crazy. This dude looks like a little girl though. King Gold does that. Everyone look at this video. This must be a little girl dancing. Yes. And she has a wristband on, as you guys could see. Looks like a child. Yes, nurse. It does. This is horrible. Yes, divided. I agree. OMG. It's all bad, y'all. It's all bad. And this is, I'm guessing, in Epstein's ranch. That's why they tore it down. Yeah, it is Epstein. Oh my gosh, guys, let me go back. Did you guys almost see her face? Wow. Wow, look at this, guys. Look. Look at her arms. That's a child, y'all.
Oh, that's a kid.
That's a child.
That's a kid, gang.
Whoa.
We beat you again. That's a kid, gang. Look, we beat you again. Look. That's a child, gang. Look. Boom. That's a kid, gang. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that's a child. Put a 1 in my chat if you think that's a child.
Look at her arms. Wow.
Put a 1.
Wow.
Put a 1 in the chat.
Wow.
That's a child, man. Ain't no question about it. That's a child.
You could tell from her arms.
That's a child. And it's in a file from Epstein. I'm going to say it again. It's in an Epstein file. Mm-hmm. Everybody ignoring that. The simplest shit is in his file, bruh. Simple as that. It ain't in my file. It ain't in Devine's file. It ain't in Lily Hill file. It ain't my people in the chat file. It's in Epstein's file. Mm-hmm. And who else is in Epstein file? All type of government officials. Donald Trump, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton. He ain't gonna let his ass off the limb. I said, damn. I ain't gonna let him off. Jay-Z. And a whole bunch of other nut cases. A whole bunch of alleged reptiles. That's what's going on. Sasha Riley. Let's talk about it. Allie Carter. No wonder why they call it Washington, D.C. Divide and conquer. They dividing and conquering us, y'all. This is sick. It's still rolling. Camera's still rolling, gang. It's still rolling. I'm going to go down some. They got that rolling for a while. Look how big look how they doing it, gang. Look how they holding it.
Smile, yeah, smile like that. Go ahead, just one.
I'm gonna say it again, just so to dig in. What did Epstein say? He pleaded guilty for soliciting prostitution. What do you see right here? Soliciting prostitution. Let's keep it all the way cute, gang. He's soliciting prostitution right here. Not only with grown women, but with children. Sick fetishes. Y'all seen the picture of the baby between two pieces of chicken? Did y'all see that one? I said, damn. Let's continue. Who the hell? Hey, what these men looking at, gang? And these people look like they from the hills got eyes. I said, damn. They let me look, gang. I can't make this shit up, bro. They got the dude from Hills Have Eyes up in this motherfucker, gang. Look at the crib. I said, damn. We beat you. Yeah, we beat you. Yeah, we beat you. Boy, if you ain't see, go get you some glasses and go to somebody else's channel. You see these people look like Hills Have Eyes. Wrong turn with that old ass furniture. I said, damn. Ooh. Epstein, look at the legs down there, gang. Look at the legs at the bottom. Thank you, truth be told. We're going to have to get these. We're going to tighten you up. Look, gang. I said, damn. Hold on. Let's go. Told you I bring you the raw shit. Look at this. It looked like somebody finna come out that door on the left, gang. Keep watching. It's another man sitting right here on the far left. He wearing all green, gang. Look at this weird shit. Under the furniture. I said, damn. Look. It's another one right there. Look at that lady. That dude look like something underground, don't he, gang? Some underground shit. But regardless, what is that doing in? Yeah, what? Look at the rainbow wall, like Angel said. Like concrete. I said, damn. Oh, dude sitting there watching. Watch this shit, gang. Damn, it's more weirdos over there. Look, them the people. That's the ones that be eating them. I bet you them the people that be eating them allegedly. Look. Look at them over there on the far left. I said, damn, who is that? Oh, man, gang, I'm sorry. I ain't mean to do this to y'all. I ain't mean to do this. I ain't mean to do this to y'all, gang. These people is crazy, bro. Look at this shit. Some sickos. Who is them two people over there, man? Man, we all, man, see, that's why we beat you. Yeah, we beat you. Look at this shit. Wow, bro. And they clapping. I'm done. Put a fork in me, gang. Put a fork in me, gang. I'm done. I put a fork in me. This, hit my like button, gang. This, I told you every time. Watch my last videos. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. This is why they be trying to sabotage my channel. This is why I come on when I come on, gang. I said, damn. Why you think I might wait a day or two? I'm coming on tomorrow and the next day. Yeah, ain't no Epstein. I got some more good stuff for y'all. But right now, this is why I win. This is why I run up numbers, gang. This is why YouTube, this is why I run YouTube, gang. I brought y'all to Tom Ford. Look. soliciting prostitution. Remember what he said. Remember what he said. He was in jail. He pleaded guilty for what? Soliciting prostitution. That's the key word. Why everybody out here trying to make it hard to understand. This shit ain't hard to understand, man.
Thank you, Tatey.
Thank you, Tatey. Look at this.
You got a dollar.
Look at this. That look like a kid, gang. Got him. Got him. We beat him again, gang. Got him again, look. That's a child, gang. Look.
Japanese boy. This one work.
What the fuck?
Look at the arm. Again, look at the arm. What did I show you guys on my last live? On my last live, I showed you Epstein kept putting watches on all of them. He had a drawer full of watches. You seen that girl wearing that watch? Same kind of watches. He tracks them with the watch. Look at the watch. It was the big watches. Remember, Angel? Mm-hmm. Look at the watch. That's how he track them. He put watches on them. And the watch, he hears everything they talking about and everything.
Oh my.
Hey, what up, Damon? I see you, my boy. I'm gonna go down some. Look.
Hey, Dub, I got a question.
Shoot.
You know, they were saying that allegedly Epstein is in Israel, right?
Yep.
If that is the truth, wouldn't he be considered a fugitive?
Absolutely.
Right.
Now there's new footage that they have footage of somebody. It just hit the internet of someone in Epstein in orange that wasn't Epstein at the same time. So they caught a glimpse of a body. Someone was in there. So that's breaking news. I'll show everybody that tomorrow, or you guys could go see it on YouTube. That they got footage now of, you can see somebody in an orange suit. There was another person in there in an orange suit around the same time Epstein was unalive. So they just captured that. You haven't seen that yet, Diamond?
I think I caught a glimpse of it, but I kind of kept scrolling. But I'll look at it later for sure. But there was an image of a man with a long beard that had the same height, same look as Epstein over in Israel. But they
Wow.
also have been like putting Epstein's face next to a currency. I don't know, was that a $20 bill?
Uh-huh.
Which one was it? But they were saying that they look alike.
Wow.
Like the marks on his forehead, the marks on his cheek, all match.
Do no wrong, and when I hold you in my arms, my love can do me no harm, and I feel nice, like sugar and spice.
Man, look at this shit, gang.
I feel nice, like sugar and spice. So nice, so nice. I got you. I love
What?
That was awful. That was cringe just watching that.
I'm weak, man. I'm just a bunch, like somebody said, a bunch of freaks, gang. They don't care about what's above, man. Look, they don't. Look at this. Everything is underground, gang. They don't care. Look how messy they are to have so much money. House damn near empty, just mess. But they got some weird shit going on, gang.
Now, is that private jet that Trump was running around in for his campaign?
That I don't know. It could be.
I seen a little blue.
Jeffrey, this is the 2-shade system. So the first one is semi-transparent, and I can stop it right here and have it be semi-transparent. But if I let it go all the way, the second shade comes down. As you can see, it's traveling, and that's the blackout shade. And you can see it's pretty quick. So when I bring it up, if I just press it once, it'll bring up both. So you can see the lighter, transparent, and the blackout. Now it's transparent. I can stop it or just let it keep on going.
You always have that one in your pocket.
Yeah, it's over, it's upwards.
It's your age range. Nope, I've got this on video. I'm just gonna send this to you every day.
What the hell?
Oh, it's huge.
You can see it? Come on.
Don't make me look away.
What's that?
So clean. So clean.
Wait a minute, Diamond. What is that? Anybody know what that?
Are you videotaping this?
I'm still trying to figure out what she's pulling out. If it ain't a fragment of a bullet, it looks like it might be a boil.
Look at that.
Or a cyst. Oh, it looks like a cyst.
You can see a little bit of how it looks like a pearl.
Yep.
Oh, is that what?
Sometimes it's easier said than done, but famed lawyer Alan Dershowitz is trying to bring that trust back to the attorney-client relationship with an app. He's going to tell us how. And then later on, the earnings squad tackling everything from
We're dead wrong.
We'll find out how you should be playing it all.
Now, Phil, the girl that marries you will be a very lucky girl.
Is het niet alleen het fysieke dat telt, maar ook soms de lieve woordjes.
Oh, okay. So this is okay. And that one is in. Alright, you gotta open that. Alright. What the He was framed.
Paris is Miss.
Under 30 was the minimum to be accepted. A few years later, while in high school, I decided to leave 1 year early and prepare for the entrance exams to the ETH-SET in self-study. The ETH-SET is considered the best university in mainland Europe. I successfully passed those exams, saved 1 year, and commenced studies in physics.
Like he's signing up. Well, I signed up to get groomed at. He trying to sign up. He's signing up. He want to get in. I'm saying he want in. He from the best. He trying to sign up, gang. I said, damn. Boy, these people are some weird people. I was just skimming, gang. Look how long I got. That video is, I got a lot of stuff, gang. You know, I like to update everybody on what's going on. I didn't want this live to go on too long because I got a lineup that I got to keep rocking, gang. I'm kind of behind on schedule with other shows because y'all know I do all type of different shows. So we got Hernandez go in. I'm gonna drop those thumbnails tonight, so I want everybody to pay attention. We got some updates on that, and we gonna cover what's happening with the gorilla situation. That's been updating just to have a couple humor because you keep on watching this type of stuff all the time, gang. it's crazy. But I will do an update the day after tomorrow. But I have some shows and I got something special for my members only coming up. So, yo, gang, I'm going to always keep y'all updated. Again, we covered what's going on. We got, do your own research. You ain't got to take it from me. Do your research. Allegedly, gang, these people are doing a lot of things underground. We know children are involved. The man was locked up for prostitution. Our president is putting out racist pictures of President Obama. What is America coming to, gang? That was so irresponsible for that man to put that picture out of Michelle Obama and Barack Obama like he did.
You know why he did it, right? Because his wife Melania's movie flopped and nobody wanted to go see it. So he's mad because Michelle has a movie out and everybody's going to go see her movie.
But here we are today. I thought with that gang that we would come by and update. Please share this out. We're just going to keep on smashing and keep on putting out content. I want to thank the new people that came in the chat. Thank you guys for being respectful. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get all the updates on what we about to put out. Pay attention to my timeline. I do update it every time. Get you a membership, y'all. Hey, bro, it goes on over here on this channel. I want to thank the newcomers and everybody for just coming and tapping in. So y'all got to keep y'all ears to the streets on this time forward. And like I said, do your own research, gang. Type in on Google Earth. Here's what I want my gang to do. Go on Google Earth and type in Epstein's Ranch, and it's called what? What is it called? Zorro Ranch. Zorro Ranch. Type it in on your Google like you're gonna go somewhere and watch where it take you. Right up the rabbit hole. And if you got Google Earth, some of them you can scroll down and look down on the streets and you can see what's going on. It's very eerie. On that, also there is a satellite. I didn't show y'all. It's a big satellite. Thank you, Troopy Toe. Yeah. I'm gonna always try to give you something different because I already, we've been going through these Epstein files, gang, and I've been hitting them left and right with some exclusives. I've been hitting them left and right. So I make sure that if there's something that needs to be updated that I feel that needs to be put out, then I'll put it out tomorrow. I'll probably be trying to do 2 lives tomorrow. So we just gonna keep hitting them, gang. We gonna keep on patching up their wounds and doing like we do. I want to thank my new people for coming in and everybody for joining us tonight. We beat you. That's the name of the channel. We also call Band-Aid Gang. Make sure you hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I am C-Dub, Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying, and I said damn. And we with the real
Angel. Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys for joining. And I cannot forget my co-host. Diamond. She just popped back up. Diamond Gang, anything you want to say before we get ready to leave, gang?
No, well, you know what? I'm just excited on the fact that people are starting to actually wake up and starting to understand that we all in this together. We all gonna have to get through this situation somehow, some way. And it starts off with research and paying attention.
That part. Well, I guess it's a wrap, everybody. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe on your way out if you haven't. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Damon Wayne. Thank you, Truth Be Told. Thank you, Lily Hill. Thank you, Nurse 59, my mods, Taddy. Even the people that had their feelings. Hey, you feel a certain way, that's you. As long as you come over here, divided population, John, anybody can come over here and express themselves as long as they be respectful in the chat. Because sometimes it gets crazy over here. We get 300 people up in here, 400, 600 people in here. It's just one of them nice gang. We come on and we just came and rocked the show. So thank you guys for coming in. Peace and love. May God be with you. I know it get hard out here, but remember we're going through the same thing together, and it is called life. And be glad that you on top of the earth instead of on the bottom of it. Peace and love, and we out. Peace. Bye. Band-Aid Gang.
Bye.